I would now request our trustee of HSNC board, Mr. Anil Harish sir, and our principal, Dr. Hemlata Bagla ma'am, to please light up the lamp to seek the blessings of the Almighty.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि
The conventional definition of management is getting work done through people, but real management is developing people through work.
Warm and hearty greetings to everyone. We are your hosts for today. I'm Yukta Dogra.
And I'm Partha Nani.
We welcome you to the opening ceremony of Managma 2.0.
We're extremely grateful to have each and every one of you here. So Yukta, tell us what is Managma about?
Managma, KC College's one and only management festival, began in 2021. After much effort was put into conceptualizing and launching a festival with events that give stimulus for students to develop and demonstrate their management talents effectively and efficiently. It is organized by the ZEST Club of BAF, BBI, BFM, and BMS department. Managma consists of activities in the areas of finance, marketing, and human resources that have been carefully planned while keeping in mind the coexistence of enjoyment and education, and provides a platform for students from all over the world to interact and discuss their ideas.
We request our principal, Dr. Hemlata Bagla ma'am, to please come up to the podium and say a few words.
Good morning to all of you. Good morning. There has to be vibrancy in B4, ZEST Club. A big round of applause for all of you. German-born theoretical physicist Albert Einstein had something to say about financial markets, about your field too. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. So a warm welcome to each one of you to Managma 2.0. This day is graced by the presence of Honorable Trustee of Hyderabad Sindh National Collegiate Board, Mr. Anil Harish. A warm welcome to you, sir. Amidst us in the audience, we have faculty members of B4 department, Dr. Ritika Pathak, head of the department, members of the ZEST Club, and dear participants of this wonderful event, Managma 2.0. Once again, a good morning to all of you. And let me begin Dear friends, with sapere ode, only you can't use Latin, yeah, right? Even I can use. So this is the Latin slogan of the age of enlightenment, and it literally means dare to reason. No doubt, though its sheer captivating and motivating potential, it has given rise to many modern ideas in the form of social, political, economical revolutions. And here you are coining that word wonderfully well with your theme and talking about revolutions, transformations, changes, and you are very much aware that they happen when we challenge the rudimentary ideas. I'm very delighted, very amazed to see the very attractive theme of our fest. And indeed, changes are an integral part of the world's history. With changes comes a new age of enlightenment and abundance. I was so delighted to see that you have touched upon from barter to metal coins, battle of debts, the picture, flipping fundamentals, and then from UPI to blockchain, not leaving behind cryptocurrency. How much you should know, how much you should understand. I believe you have to make a choice, but you must know before you use anything. That's very important when a change happens. So we are transforming speedily in money, management, and entrepreneurship. I believe the theme of the fest, Managma 2.0, Nueva Epoca, was very delighted to see the effort of all of you. You're so creative that you can bring in the new era, representing new era of entrepreneurship, which is the need of the hour. So congratulations to one and all for having the Zest Club organizing this wonderful event with so much zeal. And I'm again want to compliment the ideas which you have come up of this fest are truly, truly revolutionary. And that's what is near to heart, that you have to be ready for all revolutions, whether education 3.0, education 4.0, or industry 4.0, now 4.01 as well has come up with the cybersecurity. So you have to be very much introduced and you have to be in tune with the changes, with the industry brings up, with the world brings in, and you have to be ready for that. Today, in this wonderful fest organized by the students of KC College, HSNC University and University of Mumbai, because this is the year two universities aligning together, and this class, this particular batch has both the universities. I think you have graced this auditorium with your presence. A big round of applause for both the universities who are present here. We have with us our Anil Harish sir, who accepted to grace this morning. In spite of his, I wouldn't say busy schedule, that is a very, small statement for him, very occupied and so much work to his office, he accepted to grace this morning. Why? Because Managma is very near to his heart. Last year, we organized this event, and whenever he comes, he's bundle of ideas. Every minute I walk with him, I go away with one single idea and try working on it. A couple of years back, he said, you must activate alumni. And we have now 10,000 students registered alumni. And very soon, sir, you will grace the event here when our alumni will be back. And a big event, of course, I believe Zest Club will organize for us. Yes? Yes, good. Thank you so much. And we will invite Mr. Harish because it was his idea to activate this platform. Also, when it came to Managma, he said one statement: how many colleges are participating? His data, yes, his data about the entire event is much more stronger than you. You wouldn't know, maybe you may not know, how many colleges participated last year, this year, and how many countries are part of this program. He knows it all. He said last time that see to it you go global. Why Managma? You require only offline programs and offline activities. You have to go global. You have to invite many universities. And here you are, sir, your inspiration, I think, has led to Managma, and we have 3 countries participating. Different universities and colleges are part of it. Mr. Harish, let me tell you, sir, all of you, that he's one of the strongest pillars and trustee of HSNC board and founder of DM Harish School of Law, HSNC University. Very soon we are looking you joining LLB programs and your siblings, your friends joining BA LLB and BBA LLB program 5 years integrated program. And he himself has taken so much interest in the curricula. It's unbelievable. Sir is also owner and the pillar of the law firm DM Harish and Associates. This has enjoyed the patronage of vast number of clients drawn from the top echelons of business and industry, as well as prominent high net worth individuals. The firm brings together the elements of tax efficiency and administrative simplicity in transactional structuring for ambitious people like you, entrepreneurs, promising startups, and established corporations. So on behalf of each one of you, once again, I extend a warmest welcome to Sir. Sir, thank you very much for gracing this event and always inspiring us and taking us forward. Friends, I'm sure that you being the future leaders, the youngsters, you're going to change the fortune of India and the world. You are the one who are going to create the jobs, and you are the ones who will bring prosperity to the people. India's rank from 46 has gone up to 35 in the Global Innovation Index in 2022. Yes, India is continuously rising, and with the new spirit of this new era of entrepreneurship, we are looking ahead for more opportunities, development, growth, and happiness. With a large human resource, that too with intelligence and innovation, world is looking up to us and is hoping that individuals, the youngsters of India, will shine continuously. So be up to date, dear friends. Data is changing extremely fast. To depend on old ways, research will not help. Rapid technological changes, we are already into talking about VR, XR, AR is already there in shopping experiences, and you will see the metaverse is taking new forms. So rapid technological changes could mean that a consultant's recommendations are out of date. So remember, there is nothing like a proven, fixed, planned strategy. Leaders need to build more agile methods which can adapt to any sudden changes. You will need to be the eyes and ears of the organization. So the new era will be about looking beyond the company's own data, actively seeking for external information before competitors. So you have to be jack of all trades, and you also have to have some background about particular area of expertise. Only then you will succeed. Lastly, I will tell you a few tips. Remember that you have to learn to ride the waves. The life will be roller coaster, whether you are in investment, financial marketing, or any entrepreneurial adventure you're taking up or venture. It will be roller coaster will be part and parcel of each one's life and each one's endeavor. You only have to learn to ride the waves. Whether it is stock market or financial markets or entrepreneurship, remember, we either win or learn. We never lose. So with this thought, once again, I'm sure that you will keep learning to hit your mark in this wonderful world. And once again, on this note, I extend a warm welcome to each one of you, and a thank you for organizing this wonderful event. Once again, God bless you and take care.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, before we get started, I would like to request our principal, Dr. Hemlata Bagla, ma'am, to please felicitate our trustee, Mr. Anil Harish, sir. We would now request Dr. Ritika Pathak to please present a token of appreciation to our principal, Dr. Hemlata Bagla, ma'am.
Mr. Anil Harish is a BA, LLB, LLM, and advocate. Mr. Anil Harish sir is a partner of TM Harish and Company, a well-known firm of advocates, and possesses over 33 years of experience in legal practice, specializing in income tax, FEMA, and property matters. A director of several companies, Mr. Anil Harish sir is also a former managing committee member of the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal Association and a former managing council member of the Chamber of Income Tax Consultants. Sir, if it wasn't for your vision for Managma that pushed us for Managma 2.0 to make it bigger and better, sir, your words and motivation means a lot to us. We would now welcome you to come to the podium and say a few words.
Put off that light.
Yeah, please put the tall light up.
Friends, last year was the first year of Managma, and I was really struck by it. It was such a brilliant set of events relating to business, designed to take you on a magical mystery tour, as the Beatles would have said, of the complex world of business. From AdZap and FinTank to Revival and so many more events. I said then that this was an event that deserved to be bigger and better and to be international, which of course technology now makes possible. I am so happy to see that it is indeed bigger and better with more events, and this year 12 teams and 4 teams from overseas, including from Canada, from the USA, and from the UK. The event sounds so interesting. I wish I could watch all of them. I see that the schedule specifies that there will be 4 hours of events today and 9.5 hours of events tomorrow with some overlapping. So I won't be able to see all of them, but I do hope that I'll get a summary of them or a video of the excerpts of this. The events start appropriately enough with startup, which is the most catchy and evocative word. It conjures up images of new great ideas and rapid scaling up, and most importantly of utility, because nothing can survive if it does not serve any purpose and if it doesn't reach out to people. Customers must want something new in their lives. And this is on account of a vision. Jonathan Swift said, vision is the art of seeing the invisible. So those who begin a startup are those who really have a vision, who see something that is not there already and want to take it on and give it a life. There have been so many such. Facebook was something that no one imagined, and yet it became such a part of everyone's life after that, and Instagram and YouTube. And then, of course, startups of a different kind, closer to home, Nika has succeeded so much. I'm sure brilliant ideas will emerge in this competition. So let us know when all of your companies become unicorns. Then come back and tell us. But an idea is not the only thing. It's implementation and management and finance and super products and study and human resources and leadership that are so important as well. The last few years have shown us about borrowings, that companies always needed debt, but in the last found that people who attempted to scale up and took so much debt, much more than they could handle, and have really suffered. I'm sure some of you know people who've actually gone to jail, who are in jail now, several of our clients. I was not involved in the advisory of that part of it, but several of our clients and people have gone to jail. They've suffered so much, they're inside. Sometimes it is for no fault of theirs or for a little fault of theirs, but sometimes it's much more than that. So you have to have a balance in your life. You must take debt because that's very important for growth. How else will the funds come? And yet you don't have to let it overtake you. Don't have to let it make you greedy. When we were in college, we studied that the factors of production were land, labor, capital, and enterprise. But things have changed a lot. land today is not such a critical factor in many industries. You can just start off with with one computer or a few computers. So of course, we all need some land, the place where you sit and the place where you keep your computer, but it's not necessarily huge quantums of land. Labor, again, it can be a very small enterprise because it can be a small group of people who then franchise it or who use that in different ways without having to be responsible for labor. Capital is different because now capital is so much more easily available, whether it's debt or whether it's private equity that comes in. And both of these are extremely important. So one has to use that very well. And enterprise, that is the one that remains the most important and is in fact gained in importance. It's not enough just to set up something and just let it run smoothly and steadily for years without change. It's enterprise, it's the thinking that makes it different. But there are also other things that have come up. There's the brand value of things, which was not amongst the original factors of production. But today the brand value is so important that every company you see tries to use this brand for different things. Look at the Tatas. They're doing it so well. They're going from the biggest enterprises to the smallest, to your Star, which is Starbucks, which is next door, and Chroma, and also Star Market. These are not things that they ever did before, but they've used their brand because that is so important. That's a surety. That's a mark of surety that you can feel confidence in that. So one has to see that all of these different elements must go into your business. It's not enough to have an idea. And people talk about leadership. Leadership is very important, but management is equally important because you must set things up and get them to really grow and to grow very well. The products also have to be amazing. Look at what Apple did when they came up with I remember when I first saw the iPod, I was in lifetime and my son was young and he said, I want to buy an iPod. So of course, I'd never heard about it. And I saw it and I thought, now, is it really worth spending so much money for a little thing like this? And I think it was one of the best things that one could buy because from the iPod came so many more, the iPad and the iPhone and things that we just could not imagine that there could be so much music. I remember when I was young, my father and all of us used to go out every month. We used to go to Rhythm House, which is now closed. We used to go to Rhythm House and buy records. And in those days, one long playing record, I'm sure some of you have seen those, the 12-inch diameter records. So they used to cost 40 rupees each. And the cost of space in South Mumbai at that time was less than 40 rupees. We had 1,000 records or so. So if instead of those, my father had bought a flat of 1,000 square feet, that would have been worth, I don't know how many crores of rupees today. Those records today, of course, not worth anything at all, but I think they give us so much pleasure. So one has to see how things change, and yet you have to derive the best that you can. Anyway, so this iPod just contains so much more music than ever one could imagine. So it was a great invention. In fact, Henry Ford said that if I were just to ask people what they want, then they would say, we want faster horses. But he decided, no, I'm not going to ask people what they want. I'm going to think of what people should have, should want, and what should be of use to them. And that's how he developed the motor cars, the A model and the T model, which really revolutionized the car industry. So you have to have a vision, you have to have a leadership, you have to get people together, and you have to manage very well. I have been on so many boards of directors and of trusts, and there are such amazing leaders. For instance, I'm on the board of some of the Hinduja companies, and Mr. Ashok Hinduja is incredible. He comes for the meetings and or his senior most staff make presentations. He knows everything that they're going to say. And after they're finished, whatever they may be talking about, finance or marketing or production or human resources or anything, after they finished, he'll tell us much more than even his senior most people know about it. And say Captain Nair, who started the Leela hotels. He started at the age of 64. He went into the hotel business at the age of 64. Before that, he was in the army. Then he had a textile industry. And then because textiles were difficult, he decided to set up a hotel at the age of 64. And it became one of the most famous brands in the world and one of the best brands. There also, debt was very high. So then they had to hive off some of the hotels, but still the brand is there and the hotels are excellent. Mr. Kishore Biani, I was on the board of some of the future companies, was also amazing. If you asked him a question at a board meeting, well, he already knew that answer and he would tell you the next 3-4 questions that you would ask, and he was very fast in implementation. At one time, they used to open a store every week or something like that, all over the country. So he was able to manage that. So there you need a vision, you need a leadership, you need management, you need human resources. Everything is important. And yet, debt is what can bring you down, and difficult times. There have been times which have been difficult. Like there has been the COVID time when all the hotels did so badly, and the airlines, they couldn't help it. So it's really amazing that at this young age, you are going through this, you are thinking about these different aspects of business, of what the life of a businessman can be, and what difficulties one will have to face, what opportunities that there will be, so that one can capitalize on those opportunities and not be brought down by the business. It's very good that you're doing this at this young age, especially when you are undergraduates. It's not something that one normally does. And I'm so happy that KC College is doing this, and that the ZEST committee, which consists of 34 persons, 34 members, and has about 166 more to manage because you are 200, that is fantastic. Congratulations to all of you. And to all the teams that are participating, to all the professors, the principals, your parents, because each one of them must have seen you going out early in the morning, working on Sundays, coming back late, not knowing they don't know where you've gone. I'm sure they're worried about it also, but yet you're making them proud. So I'm very happy about all this. But let me tell you some more about some of the other leaders that I know, because that is what you must aspire to be. Not only leaders, but good managers, because both are important. You can have a leader who fails because he's not able to manage. He has a good idea and just doesn't implement it. I think Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani, who is the provost of HSNC University, is amazing. He started off in in the early 1980s, and he bought quarry land at Powai. At that time, Powai was known only because of IIT. Hardly anyone ever went there. I think I must have gone there before the 1980s 2-3 times in my life or something. But he bought this quarry land, so no one could imagine what is he going to do with it. And look at how he's transformed Powai and so much more of Mumbai. And yet he's involved in so many things as president of ASSOCHAM, of the provost of HSNC University, and formerly president of HSNC board. So one has to be able to do many different things, because you can be a leader not only in one field of activity, not only in business, but in many other things as well. And in colleges, we have Dr. Hema Bagla, who's so dynamic and so accessible. She listens always to ideas, to suggestions, and she implements them so very well, as do so many of the professors in KC College and in all the wonderful colleges of the HSNC board. So I'm very proud of all of you. You have made this event much bigger and better with so many different activities, but I'm sure next year is going to be even more fabulous and fantastic. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir, for the inaugural address of Managma 2.0. We would like to thank you for your enlightening words on leadership and business and your life-changing stories, which you shared with us today. It has really added a lot of value to all the students sitting here.
We respect our respected chief guest, Mr. Anil Rai sir, and our dear principal, Dr. Hemlata Bagla ma'am, to declare Managma 2.0 open.
I declare Managma 2.0 open.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
We have arrived at the end of the opening ceremony, and we would like to extend our sincere gratitude towards our respected trustee of HSNC board, Mr. Anil Harish sir, for spending their valuable time with us and motivating us to achieve new heights. We cordially thank our beloved principal, Dr. Hemlata Bagla ma'am, for constantly encouraging and supporting us. We would also like to thank our head of department, Dr. Rika Pathak ma'am, for her valuable insight, and teacher in charge, Dr. Kushnuma Tata ma'am, and Mrs. Neha Singh ma'am, and all the teachers for their constant guidance. We would also like to thank our registrars and the non-teaching staff for their constant support.
Before beginning with day one of Managma, we would like to thank our sponsors. Our title sponsor, Crazy Fin Private Limited Bullspree, Aqua Partner Pacific Digital, Fashion Partner SB Fashion Private Limited, Supplement Partner Bonaglo Fix Up Health, Education Partner Ideal Management, Sneaker Partner House of Grails, Trading Partner The Real Analyst, Skincare Partner Cutie Sense, Waffle Partner Belgium Waffle, Energy Partner Right Bite, Sound Partner SNS Enterprise Okia, Beverage Partner Juice Roos, Grooming partner Vouch, confectionery partner Bake My Day, gifting partner Art by Pinto, ice cream partner La Glace Ice Creamery, exclusive food partner Collab Sweet Mart, styling partner Gatsby, fragrant partner Celeste, influencer partner Collab Curate, branding partner Add-on. A huge shout out to all our sponsors. We wish each and every contingent all the best, and we hope you put your best foot forward as we are ready to be your great hosts. Signing off, Parth Adnani.
And Yukta Dogra.
We request all the ACLs and CLs to stay back.
We request all of you to settle down, please.
Guys, please stay seated.
The following is an important announcement for all the contingents. Contingents, kindly note that we have a PR activity for which, if you do not follow Managma on Instagram, then do that as soon as possible. CLs have to go to the photo booth and click photos. Once the photos are clicked, upload it to your Instagram story, write your CC name and tag Managma. Keep the stories for 20 hours and then send us the screenshot after 20 hours. The activity will take place till the close ceremony, and on the day of offline events, even participants can click pictures and get the contingent PR points. Each picture with the tag and name will get 100 PR points. Thank you so much.
Guys, another important announcement. Our title sponsor, Bullspree. I know all of y'all have downloaded the Bullspree app. So I request you to go to the app and there's a contest for Managma 2.0. It's free of cost. So if you guys join the activity, you guys will get extra PR points. So this is a note for your contingents, but all the OC members, even you have to do that. Thank you so much.
Bull Spree.